Welcome to the Zen Den, your space for a quick wellness boost. My name is Angela Tirola, and our next theme is all about the balancing act. So in this 5th session, we are going to discuss how to bring balance back to your life. So as a student, I'm sure you are balancing many different roles. So you are taking on this role and responsibility around being a student, submitting all your assessments in your deadlines, and then you are still maybe working and you're somebody's son or daughter, brother, sister, maybe you're a mother or father. And all of these different roles require different responsibilities. And it can be really tough to keep that balancing act going without letting one of those balls drop. So the word Hatha Yoga, I'm a Hatha Yoga instructor. The word Hatha actually translates to the sun and the moon. And those are the two dominant energetic forces that give us the energy to move through life. So if we have too much solar energy, if we're too heart dominant, we might be very prone to anxiety. Maybe we're always on the run constantly and we can't sit still. We can't take a moment to just settle. And maybe we are prone to rushing through things and making mistakes because we're always moving too rapidly. And on the other end of the spectrum, we might be more moon dominant or tha dominant, and there might be too much of a grounding. So we feel difficulty in getting started with our tasks. Maybe we procrastinate a little too much. And through this practice of yoga breathing and gentle exercise, gentle movement in the chair, we're going to try and bring a bit of balance to those two dominant energetic forces so that we can function with enough energy, not either way, just perfectly balanced in between. So getting started, we're going to channel a lovely breath, and in yoga we call it Ujjayi breathing, sometimes also referred to as Darth Vader breathing, because you're going to make a sound in your throat like Darth Vader. So it's going to sound like you are catching your breath in your throat. I'm just going to close my eyes to gently demonstrate. As you inhale, try and create that sound in the throat, and as you exhale, you can hear everything happening in the throat center. Equal length breathing. So I'm going to count you into it as you gently try and activate that Darth Vader breath. On the count of 4, you're going to inhale to 4 and exhale to 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now just allowing that breath to return to its natural flow, natural rhythm. Gently opening the eyes. We're going to start moving to the front of our chair so that we can begin with some body movements. And the first movement we're going to do is pressing the palms of the hands together. So we want to create a balance between the right and left hemisphere of the brain and body. We're going to start by creating quite a bit of pressure in the hand. So press the elbows out and away from you. Sit up nice and tall in your chair, feet facing forward. Sit up out of the chair. So kind of push yourself up, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. As you inhale, you're going to shift the arms over towards the right. Keep forcing those hands together. Nice bit of pressure here. And bring it all the way back to center. Inhale, move the hands over towards the left and gently bring them back to center. Try not to drop the elbows, keep them poking out to the sides. Shifting over towards the right with both of the hands firmly pressed together, bringing it all the way back to center. Now we're going to bring the head over towards the right shoulder as we move the hands over to the left. Inhale to center. Shift the hands over to the right. The gaze comes over that left shoulder. Inhale to center one more time on each side. Just drift the hands over to the left, gazing over the right shoulder. And last time on the other side, bring the hands across the body towards the right. Take the gaze over the left. Inhale all the way to center, taking the fingertips, pressing them down towards that carpal tunnel. So you're going to shift the fingertips down as much as you can. On the inhale, bring the fingers to point towards you, and then interlace the fingers. Inhale and press into the hands. As you exhale, you're going to scoop yourself down, dropping the chin, and you're going to create a C shape with your back. So push into the hands, push into the soles of the feet, roll the shoulders, and just completely surrender to this, pushing away, creating that lovely shape in the spine, easing tension out of the shoulders. On your next inhale, using your core, so tighten the belly muscles. Lift and rise as you keep interlacing those fingers, just move them up towards the sky. Try to relax the shoulders, so don't move them up to the ears, relax them down. Inhale as you press into the hands. Exhale, take a little bow over towards the right. Little moon shape with the body. Inhale to center. Exhale, take that little shift over towards the left. Try and keep both sitting bones on your chair, so don't lift a hip. Inhale, take it all the way to center. And exhale, release down. Now we're going to take our hands out in front of us, working into the tips of the fingers. Just flick into the tips of the fingers. So bringing balance to mind and body, and our body includes our joints. So if you're sitting in front of your desk and you're on your keypad all the time, you need to just activate into the joints of the body, bringing the fluidity of movement right to the tips of the fingers. Now you're going to tuck the thumbs underneath the fingers and just start to roll the wrists up and down. Just bringing gentle movement into the wrist joints. Isolate the movement to the wrists, so try not to move the elbows or the shoulders. And then very gently create circles in your wrists. Trying to take both circles in the same direction. It doesn't matter what direction you start. We're creating balance, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side, just circling in the opposite direction. Nice little circular movements into the wrist. Now your arms are getting tired, so you're going to flip your hands up to face the ceiling. Drop the hands onto the shoulders. Gently touch the elbows together. Use that Ujjayi breath, that Darth Vader breath. On the inhale, lift and reach your elbows up. As you exhale, roll them all the way back. You can drop the gaze to the floor. Inhale, lift and reach. You're going to feel a beautiful movement in the ball and socket of your shoulder joint. Really good way to ease tension out of the shoulders. Just keep rolling into it, being aware of where you need to just back away if you are feeling any pain. Then just ease that movement a little less extreme. So make the circles just a little smaller. Take that same movement and do it in the opposite direction. So now the elbows are going away, creating that same circular motion, feeling really different to the first version, but it's a very similar movement. And slowly release, allowing your hands to drop down. We've worked into the fingers, we've worked into the shoulders. So now we're going to move a little bit lower down, and we're going to start to work into the legs, bringing balance to both sides of the body. Shift the weight back into your seat. So you want to feel properly stable in your chair. But you're not leaning into your chair. You're sitting upright, facing forward, knees are forward, toes are forward. Taking only that right leg out in front of you. All you're going to do is just circle into the joint of the ankle. Creating nice little circles in the ankle, you'll notice that your calf muscle is activated here. So your thigh is relaxing on your chair. There's nothing too drastic going on here. It's just the movement in the lower part of the leg and specifically in the ankle joint. Taking that same circular motion in the opposite direction, and maybe even just bringing some movement into the toes as you flex and scrunchel into the toes, and then dropping that leg down, going over to the left leg. Lift and circle. It doesn't matter what circle, what direction you're heading in, because we're going to take it into the other direction. Just notice and be aware of the movement in the ankle and the lower half of the leg. Working into the muscle in the calf and just rotating into the ankle joints, and now taking that movement in the opposite direction. And scrunching the toes, just releasing into the toes. We don't really move our toes a lot. So what we're going to do now is go onto the tips of the toes as you just lift the heels up, drop the foot, lift the toes towards your face and drop them down. Coming up onto the tips of the toes and just releasing onto the heels and then drawing the toes up towards you and coming to a nice stable seat. Moving forward again, we're going to take our hands once again underneath that muscle. Just start to, as if you are kicking an invisible soccer ball. You're just going to do this with the knee. Now we're bringing all that awareness into the knee joint. And again, there's no muscular activity in the quads or the hamstrings. We're not stretching or doing anything. It is just a movement isolated to the knee. And start to circle the foot. Don't tense the muscles. You just want to hang that foot and keep moving in the knee joint and take that circle in the opposite direction. Now, straightening out that leg, holding it, keeping the support of the hands underneath the leg, dropping the shoulders away from you, and pressing into the right foot. We're going to extend those arms out and slowly release that leg down. We're going to do that on the other side, so cupping underneath the leg and kicking that invisible soccer ball, just moving the knee joint backwards and forwards, lubricating the joints, really important. Not just the muscles of the body, but moving into the skeletal side of the body. Slowly creating circles in the knee. So again, don't tense any muscle. It's not a muscular activity. Just start to loosen the foot and swing it so that you can feel the movement in the knee. And in the opposite direction, taking that movement in the opposite direction. Gently extend the leg out in front of you, pushing into the heel, pushing the foot away from you. So now you're activating into the muscles. Once the muscles are strong and tight, you're just going to lengthen out the arms and gently bring that foot back down towards the floor. Just working into little circles in the hips. So now move even closer to the tip of your chair, pressing down into your feet for stability. And you're just going to move the hips around in a circle. So just a nice, gentle movement, circulating into the hips, just moving the spine around in nice little circles and then taking that movement in the opposite direction. And gently releasing ourselves back in our chair for Shavasana. Taking a moment just to consolidate our practice, bringing the hands onto the lap, finding a nice comfortable seated position, relaxing everything. And just with your breath, trying to bring balance to the system. So just equal lengths of breath as you inhale and exhale. Maybe an opportunity here just to allow that left hand to drop onto the belly, the right hand up towards the heart. And you can feel the breath, really expand into the breath. As you inhale, you feel the blossom of the breath like a beautiful flower, just expanding. And as you exhale, just allow the breath to fall in towards the spine. Equally balanced in your Shavasana. Just allow the hands now to soften to your knees, shifting the awareness to all the spaces in your body from the tips of your toes. On both legs, feeling the balance equally on both sides, just visualizing and imagining your toes are completely relaxed, your feet completely relaxed, the knees are soft, both legs equally supported in your chair, absolutely no tension in the body, allowing all of that beautiful balance to seep through every cell of the body. Now taking a giant inhale through the nose, extend the arms out to the side walls, bringing the hands in prayer, hands above your head, and as you exhale, side out, coming down the midline. Thank you for sharing your practice with me in this 5th session. Namaste.